Hey everyone, thank you for stopping by. This is Catching Up with the Walkers. That's the Walkers, me and her. I'm Gary.
I'm Cassie.
And we want to thank you guys so much for stopping by this morning, taking some time out of your day to start the day off with us. Hopefully you got you a cup of Joe or a cup of whatever you drink. Hot tea. Cassie was drinking hot tea last time.
Yeah, my throat feels way better. But the throat hurt then, right? And then the next day the allergies started. I think it was being outside and some kind of mold or something's in the air. I can't remember what the weather guy said, but I feel way better.
It's that and that 70 bales of hay that got, like, you step outside our door and 100 yards is our hay field. And that wind was been blowing day in and day out. So hopefully we got the allergies under control. Cassie's feeling better. I'm feeling better. And the kids pretty much are all good. So we're blessed, to say the least. Well, what are you going to talk about today?
I don't know. I was hoping you had something to talk about.
We have something to talk about.
I'm sleepy.
So, to get our day started, I want to talk about something from the other night. So, Cassie, during the school year, was pretty good about doing this Walmart pickup thing. It's probably the biggest time saver for you because otherwise you wouldn't go grocery shopping.
No, we had 3 kids then, and I wasn't walking in with 3 kids. I for sure am not walking in with 5 kids now, but pull up, pop the trunk, put the groceries in, go home.
Yeah, so we did that for a while. But in the summertime, I go to work every day now. I'm back in the office, and it's just easier for me to swing by after work sometimes to get a couple things.
Do you want to tell them the real truth?
Or late at night, I like to go whenever there's nobody in there.
Do you want to tell them the real truth?
What's the real truth?
You say that I order not necessities, that I order things we don't need.
So sometimes Cassie gets carried away. I don't know if you're like this when you're sitting behind your computer and you're like, oh, I'll take 6 of those, 12 of those, 13 of those. I think it's like she's going in sequential order.
On my phone in the living room and I'm like, do I have any Rotel? I don't think I have Rotel.
Oh,
I think we used the Rotel.
Don't get me started.
So I get some and then I bring it home. I set the groceries and Gary's like, why did you get more Rotel? We have 6 cans of Rotel. Oh, we do? I thought we used it.
And we have 0 blocks of cheese or whatever it is that you use Rotel for. But we got a dozen cans of Rotel. So Cassie sometimes, based off of your last order, she just keeps ordering stuff.
I'm like, oh, that ordered, because they'll say what's recommended for you or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I ordered that. I'm sure we used it. We need some more.
So she gets a little carried away. Well, fast forward to today, current day. We have 5 kids. I don't know if people knew that or not, but we've got 5 kids. They're all over at Walker Farm Fam. We hide some of them from the camera, but they're all there. Trust me.
So bad.
And I've been shopping a lot more at Sam's Club. I've been getting the masses of things, big boxes, because when you feed 7 people every day, 3 meals a day, it gets out.
And I'm over dishes. I need a bowl for my strawberries. Now I need a bowl for my popcorn. Now I need a bowl for my chips. Because if we get a bag of chips, everyone's hands in it and can't do that. So, washing 20 bowls a day. And so I told Gary, I'm over it. And every fork and spoon in the entire house is dirty in a day. So, I'm going to become those people.
For a little bit.
For my sanity. For our water bill. And
the water bill's good. Don't blame the water.
Okay. For my sanity. And not having 1,000 dirty dishes a day. Everything paper products.
Yeah. And we found that a lot of times the little snacks and stuff just in a little Dixie cup.
Yes.
A lot of times just fill that little Dixie cup up here, next. And then that works in little bowls, little things. So
anyway, how did we start talking about that?
We're getting there, is all we can say. We're getting in a routine. We're getting it. All 7 of us are getting kind of used to it. I can get through the kids, their meals and the food thing. And
we also found out that hotels aren't set up for families of 7.
Yeah. Our next adventure that we're planning, we ended up getting a 2-room suite because that's what you gotta have.
Not every hotel has suites, but anyway, we're chasing lots of rabbits. But what do you want to talk about, Gary?
So back to what I began to talk about. Me going to Walmart.
Yes. Which I love when he goes to Walmart. I don't have to mess with it. He buys the things we need. He does an amazing job.
I'm like a man on a mission. I walk in, I have my map, ding, 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 done in the car on my way home.
Okay, I'll stop talking. Go.
So the other night, I went to Walmart late at night. Now our Walmart does stay open till 11. And that whole pandemic thing, they shifted the hours all around, and I didn't know when what was gonna close or what. But now we're back in a rhythm. They close at 11, so I pull in there about 10 o'clock because the kids are all in bed.
You're gonna say 10 till 11.
Cassie's winding down. No, I go about 10 o'clock. There are almost no people. If there are people, they're not really like taking up
the good people watchers.
They're not taking up the aisles. There's a lot of kids in there and people, like stocking the shelves. So I walk in there and doing my thing. I think I had covered all the dry goods. I always get and the fruit. I got all the fruits. Cassie got a whole thing of raspberries, which
I ate in a day and a half.
She really likes raspberries. So I got her the big one. So they're not all gone yet, are they? Oh, I was going to have some.
Ranger finished them off.
That was going to be my breakfast. Raspberries with yogurt.
You're about a day late.
So, got Cassie's raspberries, got the dry goods, went for the dairy to get some milk. The kids love their milk. And I came around the corner after I got my milk, and I almost got taken out. So, I don't know if I was taking out this or if this took out me. And I couldn't believe what it was.
Yeah, so Gary rushed home and showed me the video footage.
So I'm going to show you the video right now. So I'm here at Walmart doing my late night grocery shopping, like close to 10 o'clock, 11. My favorite time to go to Walmart, and you will not believe what I'm seeing. So I took that video after I almost got taken out. Like, I obviously didn't have my camera running and going around the corner, but I walked around that corner and I was like, whoa, what is that? And then it's like kept moving. It was like, like the awkward moment when like you're trying to go left and the person with the cart's trying to go right, and I try to go left and they go left at the same time, or you're like kind of like dancing. Me and that robot were dancing for like a moment. We had our moment. It's pretty magical. But
I hope people were watching you.
Somebody, one of the workers that used to be in our youth group at church came up while I was checking out. He said, "Gary, you really like that robot, don't you?" And I said, "Yeah." I almost said, "It's going on my YouTube channel," but I didn't because I thought he might try to like confiscate my phone or something. He wouldn't do that. But so that robot caught me completely off guard. I've heard other people. I know it's not a big deal. It's not the first time you've probably seen a YouTube video with one of
the robot in Sam's the other day when we were on our way home from our
driving
anniversary.
itself.
And the kids were just standing there watching it. Yeah. I'd never seen it.
So I almost got taken out by a robot at Walmart.
You think we could have like become millionaires off of that?
If it would have taken me out, Uncle Sam would have been buying me a new hacienda. But not really wanting to talk a lot about that robot as far as what that specific robot is doing at Walmart, but more or less as a whole, what are robots and artificial...
Maybe I'm a robot.
Well, that's where I'm getting. That's
This whole time.
What will robots like that's just an example, so it's a really good example, and artificial intelligence do in the next 10 years to our society? How will it look different, fast forward 10 years from now, than it looks today?
It's going to be interesting.
Can you imagine? So what if you go to Walmart? I mean, they already have us bagging our own groceries. And
yeah, our Walmart is all self-checkout. There's no checkers anymore.
Yeah, I want one of those blue aprons, and I want my 10% employee discount. If I want to do the checking out and the bagging, I'm good with it. Like I'm not refusing to do it. I just want my discount, my employee discount, and I want my employee like name badge with my apron. That's all. I'm good.
Not asking for too much.
So, again, fast forward 10 years. Guess how many jobs a McKinsey Global Institute report suggests that by the year 2030, how many jobs do you think worldwide will be lost due to automation? Robotics, automation, there's lots of key terms to use for it. Artificial intelligence, AI, there's keywords.
Because you're so excited right now, I'm going to say 1 million.
Guess what? You're way off.
Oh.
So, this is a McKinsey Global Institute report, and you can look that up if you want. I'm not an expert. It's on Forbes.
How am I way off?
400 to 800 million jobs worldwide.
I have the million correct.
1 million. 400 to 800 million worldwide will be lost due to automation by the year 2030. The report claims the U.S. could lose between 16 to 54 million jobs by 2030.
People better start saving your money.
Well, so don't get like up in arms about that, because a lot of those jobs...
I have all kinds of comments.
A lot of those jobs are jobs that, like the floor sweeper, like, you know, that person could probably be like doing better customer service.
Yeah, because
to bring in more people and better serve customers. Like I would love if somebody would walk up to me at Walmart and say, "Hey, Gary, I know that the store was remodeled recently and you have no idea where anything is because we remodel every like 4 years, so you'll get lost." I could not find
I couldn't find stuff.
The cereal aisle. They moved it like 3 aisles over.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it used to be right by the frozen section. Now it's in the middle of the store.
I was looking for school supplies over by the birthday cards and stuff. That's where it used to be. And I asked the lady, and she was like, "It's it was like either between the cereal and something, or the coffee or something." And I looked at her, and she goes, "I know, it makes no sense."
Yeah, it makes no sense the way they rerent, but I think it's just to get people lost. I mean, more or less.
Yeah.
So you'll spend more time in there.
Yeah, because I ended up buying 2 things off the aisle that I wasn't prepared to buy.
You're going to buy more goods. That's what they're wanting. But, hey.
But I used to work at a local grocery store, and... What?
I like your stories from local grocery store. It's funny. So you have some good stories.
And, like, we closed at 9, and so well, it depended on who your closing manager was, but 15, 20 minutes before that, we'd start mopping. Probably weren't supposed to start mopping till it was closed, but everybody was ready to go home at 9.
Because you didn't have one of those cool robots.
Well, and I was telling Gary the technique we used to get from one side of the aisle to the other side in one sweep, and if it was dirty, then you know, should clean it better. But one of us was doing that while someone was doing something else, so we could have spent that some time doing some customer service or stocking or doing something other than mopping the floor, and no one wanted to mop. Or
they'll fire somebody and make more profit and still not give us help. But they have options. So there are options.
I'm trying to help us get better comments.
But there's automation working its way into everywhere. Like if you go through a McDonald's drive-thru to grab some breakfast this morning, like pay attention like when that thing comes around. Like if there's a soda that's coming up,
oh yeah,
or pop, whatever area of the country you're from, that little robot machine is like
pop
or soda. Well, that little thing comes in, it's like and it's like filling it up, and it's like right there getting it ready. So that's stuff
They've
like
done
that
for a long time.
Yeah, but that's automation. That's an example. It's either making
Pretty
jobs.
soon, is it going to hand me my drink too?
Well, it's making jobs easier for humans or replacing humans. And I think the big thing that we'll see that we're not used to, and Tesla's already doing this, is the self-driving cars. Lots of other people are doing it, but the self-driving cars. So one day you might not have to own a car. Instead, you subscribe to a car service, and instead of getting in like your own car outside, you just order it on the app, set the time. All right, I need to go from home to work from like 8 to 9, and then I need to go, like, give it an hour notice from 4 to 5. You're back home. Well, the beauty of that is nobody has to own a car as far as the expense goes. That car is on the road.
I think that's the dumbest idea I've ever heard.
That car is on the road 24/7, 365, and is always going and taking people. I mean, other than times it has to be fueled up.
So what happens when the thing breaks down? It's going to break down.
Then a second one will be there in like 20 minutes. But it drives itself. And so you don't have to drive. You're sitting there, you get on your Instagram and your Facebook or whatever it is you're wanting to catch up on, or work. You could do some work.
What if it had a flat tire?
Then they're coming out with technology where the tires no longer go flat. They're called run flats, like the special formulated tire that doesn't do that. They already have them on some lawnmowers. Anyway, so we're going way off base here.
My head hurts.
So that's just the other example that I thought of, because think of every semi truck going up and down the road. Think of every car going up and down the road delivering goods to places, Amazon, FedEx, USPS, all that. If all that could be replaced, like if a vehicle self-driving could drive to your front door, toss your package out, drop it, whatever. Can you imagine? Or a drone goes in and drops it down.
No, I can't imagine it. That doesn't sound like reality.
Well, that's the thing. By 2030, there will be...
That's only in 9 years.
I know, but the world's going to look different. I'm just saying. Look, this study says that robot is like the start. It's getting mainstream. If in Walmart in Locust Grove, Oklahoma, you got a robot coming at you, when you come around the dairy case, it's getting there, folks. Not saying it's bad. It's going to be different. It could be bad, or it could be good, depending if you're on which side of that.
You're the person that usually mops. It could be bad. If that's your job.
So learn skills. I hate it though for people that lose their jobs because of that.
Yeah.
But in our neck of the woods, there are help wanted signs everywhere. Every business almost that I see when I go to Catoosa, Tulsa area, they are loaded up with help wanted, help wanted, help wanted. So I don't know about every part of the country, but here it seems like we're in good shape. I don't know though.
Well, it's very interesting, and I'm glad you didn't get injured by the robot.
Are you? What about that lawsuit settlement that you would have... Cassie would have been living high on the hog.
In other news, you guys... Did I say in other nudes?
Other news. I hope you said that. Leave your shirt on.
Cut.
No, let's not cut it. Let's keep that in there.
In other news, you guys see the awesome shirt that Rosa Williams sent me? It says, Crazy Chicken Lady. And
what did you think it said?
I thought it just said Chicken Lady.
So she thought it said Chicken Lady. She sat down and said, Crazy Chicken Lady. That fits you pretty well. And she goes, I thought it said Chicken Lady.
But thank you so much, Rosa. Fits me perfect. I really like it.
It's very descriptive of her.
Yes. And I think I did realize it said Crazy Chicken Lady. I forgot. I don't know.
It don't matter.
It's early.
Thank you, Rosa. Rosa is one of the sweetest subscribers that we have. She sent us lots of fun things, and it feels like we know her firsthand just from the comments back and forth on the videos. And
one day when we're in San Antonio, we're going to meet
Rosa.
her.
I don't have anything against Texas unless they're playing OU at football. Planning and praying?
Yes.
So as far as catching up, these allergies that Cassie was talking about earlier came from our hayfield. So you saw the Amish come in, bale our hay, and they did an excellent job of that. They do a great job every year. They do it fast. And I don't know if anybody, I think we may have had a couple questions that they charge $17 a bale. That was one thing I wanted to catch up with here.
Someone asked if we trade or pay, and we pay. And then someone asked how they charge.
Yeah. And so they charge by the bell, $17 a bell, which is a good value.
For our area, we've paid more.
I paid up to $21 a bell, and maybe as cheap as $16 a bell, but I'm happy to pay for $17 a bell because I don't want to buy like $80,000 worth of equipment to bale my own hay.
Ransom would love it, and
maybe when the boys get older.
Well, I was going to say, Gary has fond memories of working in the hayfield with his dad and grandpa.
Fond?
Well, you talk about it a lot.
I have memories, and my biggest memory is that was the point I decided that I was going to college. Sitting on a tractor all day long by the end of the summertime made me decide I'm going to college.
That's good. It's a good memory. But you talk a lot about your being out in the hayfield with your grandpa and things like that. And so it'd be great for the boys. But you guys had lots of hay that you did and hay fields, and we just got just ours. So right now, is it worth it? But if we were able to, it would be something cool to be able to do with the boys. But
yeah. And our Reckless Beef continues to go well. We've got good feedback. A lot of you have purchased t-shirts or just went over there and donated money. And from the bottom of our hearts, we cannot say thank you enough. It means more to us than we can really say that you guys would support us and through us them and their mission and their ministry to support the treatment of those addicted.
Yeah, and when you do something like that, you're like, 5 people could buy or 50 people could buy. You don't know how it's going to go. It's not going to hurt Reckless. It's only going to help them. But, when you do something like that, you hope that it's successful. So it just means so much to us that you guys have made it successful already, and we still have over a month to go. So we truly, truly appreciate that.
Yeah, we're not done yet. We're going to be setting up a couple times in person, and follow us on our social media. If you're local, we'll be at Salina, Oklahoma on July 3rd. Mm-hmm. That evening, we'll be setting up in downtown area and selling raffle tickets. And if they have any shirts made, we'll do that. But we'll definitely be there with raffle tickets. Yeah,
and Brendan and Stephanie over at Rustic Woodworking Family are having a meetup July 24th in Sulphur, Oklahoma on a Saturday at the Expo Center. And I talked to Brendan and asked him if it would be okay for us to sell Reckless Beef entries there, and he said absolutely. So we'll be selling Reckless Beef chances at their meetup, and so we'll be there with our family July 24th if you'd like to come out and meet us or other YouTube channels. And we would love to meet you guys and shake your hand and personally thank you for making our YouTube channel successful. Without y'all,
we're nothing.
We're nothing.
As far as YouTube's concerned.
Yeah.
Now, with God, we have everything. Sorry to put you down there. But we have God, we have everything.
Yes, but if without you guys watching, then we're just talking into a camera for nothing. So we would love to tell you thank you. We'll be selling Reckless Beef stuff. We'll also be selling Walker Farm Fan merch. So July 24th, Sulphur, Oklahoma. Come out, have a great time.
So as far as praying goes, I know some of you have probably seen it in the news. I don't follow the news a lot, but this kind of popped up everywhere. In Surfside, Florida, you guys saw the building collapse, most likely. If you haven't heard about it, it's been all over the news. And there were several people that lost their lives. They're still searching through the rubbish and all of that.
Do they know why it collapsed?
They are investigating it. I think they said it was built in like 1980. Or 81, and it was due for its 40-year recertification, structural recert.
Wow.
Which is like a big one. So it's not that old of a building, but it collapsed. Not all of it did, but a third of it or something. And it just reminded me a lot of the Oklahoma City bombing, the way it looked.
I saw a picture and thought the same thing.
Yeah, and so that event's was close to home. For us, obviously, Cassie and I did the half marathon, Oklahoma City, or marathon relay, one of the two. But I think I've done the half too. But that event is, sorry, a rabbit in our prayer request is bad. But it's really cool because it starts off with 168 seconds of silence right before you go, and you have thousands of people, and it's just eerie silence. But so that struck kind of close to home. Because we both remember that. We were really young when that happened. I think 4th grade.
I was in 4th.
And it was really impressioned impressionable on us. And so you guys be praying for them and the family members of those who had lost loved ones, and of course the rescue workers, because I know that's very, very dangerous. Those rescue workers are dealing with electric flare-ups, gasoline pipes or natural gas pipes, all kinds of hazards. The rest of the building could collapse. Concrete can shift and they can fall in. There's just endless things with the rescue workers, and of course anybody that's stuck right now. I know whenever Oklahoma City happened, people were stuck for days and days before they got to them. And so just be in prayer for everybody involved in that, and that God's hand will be on everyone in that situation.
Yes, and just remember that we are continually praying for you guys, and we read the comments, and we appreciate those of you that go down in the comments and read those and encourage each other. So we truly appreciate you guys. We thank you so much for watching. We hope you have a great week. We love you. God bless.